Dearest listeners, book babes and book bros, welcome to Book Babble. I'm your host, Tanya, and today I have a whole cast of people on with me. So I'm going to let them take a minute to introduce themselves. Hannah, you can start out.
Hannah, I am a reader in Colorado, and I'm happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. Taylor, you can go next.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm in Washington. I am Megan's unofficial PA, and I'm ready to talk some kind of hole.
Yes, and Morgan, you are up next.
Hi, I'm Morgan, and this is Lily, and we are readers in Ohio, and we are very excited to talk about Parker, Kinley, and Megan, and whatever else Megan has planned for us.
And the most special guest of the hour today is Miss Maegan Ashley. Megan, the floor is yours.
I'm Maegan Ashley, author of Some Kind of Hole. I'm based out of Central Florida. I work full time. I'm a mom full time. I'm about to welcome our fifth baby next month. So definitely staying busy over here.
You do have a lot going on, and you're working on book 2 that's coming out soon, like as in later this year. So that's so exciting. Without further ado, everyone, since we're here for books, are you all ready to babble?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, I'll put 5 minutes on the clock. All right, Megan, what has it been like to break into the indie author scene?
Nothing like what I expected. I knew it would be hard. I didn't realize everything that came involved in that, especially self-publishing, with really no knowledge because like I talked to a few people, but I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. So like when I first published Some Kind of Hole, I was advertising that it was on Kindle Unlimited. I didn't know that you had to go through extra steps through Amazon to put it on Kindle Unlimited. So my book for like the first 24 hours wasn't available for anybody to read. So it's just a learning curve, and I feel a lot more confident going into book 2.
Wow, I didn't know that either. We'll explore that here in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Hannah, you're next.
Where do you find the time to write your books?
So I hope nobody I work with listens to this. But I write a lot while I'm working. My job is very simple. And we have a quota we have to reach. So if I know I'm going to be ahead for the day, I will stop for 20 minutes and write a couple hundred words. And then I'll go back to work for a few minutes, work a few accounts because I do authorizations for a hospital, and then write for 20 more minutes. So it's worked for me so far. I'm hoping it doesn't come back to bite me in the butt, but so far it's worked. And then I write a lot on the weekends, like when my husband's here to entertain our children. So that's where I do most of my writing.
Okay, Morg, your turn.
Okay, so Megan, rumor has it that Some Kind of Hole was supposed to be a second chance romance, but you changed it. So what inspired you to change it from a second chance to what we got?
So yes, it was supposed to be a second chance. And if you've read the book, you're introduced to a character named Ty. Without ruining too much, he was supposed to be the second chance. Parker was supposed to be a fling that kept Kinley's mind off of essentially her breakup with this other guy. And I started to write Parker, and I fell so in love with him. I was like, I can't break his heart. I just cannot. And so as I continued to write the story, I was like, I can't do it. And so he ended up becoming the MMC, and Ty was like pushed onto the back burner. But a little secret is he will get his happily ever after. It is coming. You'll get a lot more of him in book 2 and in book 3. And then he's actually going to kick off. Ty will kick off my next series.
I'm sorry, you have your next series planned already?
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, you said series?
Yes. Yeah, it'll be a 5-book series.
Okay.
Spoilers! She's giving away secrets.
Canceling that until after Taylor's question. Taylor, your question now.
Well, my question is just what character do you relate to the most?
Kinley, absolutely. I wrote her as a curvy FMC because I am also plus size. I wrote her very guarded because that's how I was when I met my husband. And I wrote her with a lot of anxiety, and trauma from a previous breakup, which I didn't have trauma from a previous breakup, but I do struggle with anxiety and just letting people in. Men, women, friends, it doesn't matter. Like, I just struggle to let them in. And so I channeled a lot of who I was into her. And I healed myself a lot through her because I don't have a relationship with my father. And she actually has a really good relationship with her father. And he's somebody that like fought for her. He told her, you know, you're it. You're the one that at the end of the day, I will always choose you. So that was what I wanted from my own father. So I gave Kinley that to heal a little bit of myself.
Love that.
Well, my eyes are a little bit sweaty.
I know.
Oh, Megan, I just want a hug.
Kinley healed a little bit of me too, just so
Yes,
you know.
she
Good.
did. She's such a healing character. So thank you for writing her. Is there anything else that you put in there before we move on? Like anything else that you really want to point out that like is used for healing for anyone, or like any other representation that you did that you want people to know about?
Yeah, so I actually wrote into the book 2 therapy scenes with Kinley and her therapist. And I actually reached out to Morgan because I was like, I don't want to mess this up. Like, I need this to hit like it's supposed to hit. And I'm really big on therapy. I was in therapy for a while because I did have a rough breakup. It wasn't like traumatic or anything, but I lost myself a little bit. So, like, I needed to go to therapy to find myself, and I did. So, this was before I met my husband and whatnot, but it's that therapy that allowed me to let my husband love me. And despite the fact that I tried to push that man away for months, he just kept pushing and pushing. And I 1000% know that I am married to the love of my life because I allowed myself to heal in therapy. So that was really huge that I put that in there. Again, part of who I am. So that was something that I wanted readers to be able to experience.
I feel like Parker has a lot of your husband in him too, because like
He
he doesn't
does.
give up, but not in a creepy way. It's not like he's like forcing Kinley into anything.
Right.
He just like has a lot of those same determination traits.
Oh, very much.
It's so cute.
My husband, like I really did try to push him away for months, and he would text me every day without a response because I didn't text him back. I'm like, man, I wish this dude would just leave me alone. But he would text me back or text me every day to be like, hey, I'm thinking of you. Like, I hope you're okay. Mind you, I had never met this man in person. Like, we met online on a dating website, and it's funny. Hannah will laugh at me. I went to a Florida Gator game with another guy, and I took a picture of the field because my husband's like a big Ohio State fan. So, like, we both loved football. And I sent him a picture of the field, and I was like, I made it to a game this season. Hannah. He didn't know, obviously, that I was on a date with another guy, but that's actually how we connected. And 2 weeks later, we finally met in person and we just hit it off. I went home after my first date with my husband and said to my mom, I was like, I'm going to marry that man. She's like, no, you're not. But I did 2 years later. So
Well, shout out to that guy that took you to that football game.
thank you, Ben.
Can Ben be a main character someday?
We might have to kill him off
Can
because
Ben
he
get
was
a
not
happily
nice to
ever
me.
after?
He was not nice to me after that.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. He's the next villain.
Yeah.
We don't care
Yeah.
about bins around here anymore.
No. Nope.
Okay, so Megan, you just dropped a big bomb on everybody. You mentioned another series.
Yes.
So do tell. Tell us a little bit more.
So it's going to be sports romance because if you've read some kind of hole, you know that Tyler Sutherland plays football. And originally I wasn't even gonna
For
write
who?
this, but then as much as I loved Parker, I loved Tyler, and so he had to have his happily ever after, and I was like, how can I spin this without giving too much away? Because if you haven't read Some Kind of Hole, you don't know why Tyler slash Ty does what he does, but I needed some way to incorporate him, and I was like, I'm gonna write a sports romance because that is my favorite thing to read, and I'm terrified to write it, but I am super excited. So there'll be 5 books. So book 1 will be Tyler. Book 2, if you picked up on Easter eggs in Some Kind of Hole, and you'll get them more in book 2, Jeremy Fields, who is Parker's best friend Everett's little brother, also plays football. So he'll be book 2. And then book 3, 4, and 5 will Taylor's going to laugh at me, will be based off of characters from my favorite NFL team, which is the San Francisco 49ers. So, yeah, they're just nice looking dudes. And
What's
I'm going to write books
up?
about them.
So, okay, I
So
haven't
excited.
heard. I didn't hear a
Come on,
specific
here,
name.
start barking.
Do what?
We're talking about football, and I'm like,
Morgan's like, let me just unmute myself.
I was so afraid someone was gonna.
you're welcome.
Megan, I have another question because I did not hear this man's name. Where does Kinley's dad come in here? You know, you talked
Yeah,
about
so
how much he healed you,
he
and
is, yeah.
he did not get a happily ever after.
So he
Where is he
hasn't
at?
yet.
Excuse me, I need a daddy here.
I know. You were the one that was like, please write a daddy romance. It's going to be a novella because I don't think he needs a full book. And I'm not sure how I want to spin his yet. I don't know if I want to give it a second chance and him end up back with Kinley's mom, because if you read Some Kind of Hole, you know he still has a lot of feelings for her, for Kinley's mom. But then I was also like, I don't know, because I love an age gap. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with him yet, but he'll get a novella at some point, probably between book 3 in the Kind We Are
Okay.
series and then book 1 in my sports romance series, which I have a name for. I just haven't released it yet. So I don't know. I don't know where he's going to come in.
Well, as long as he comes.
Right. Exactly.
I'm sure he will.
Hannah's face when I said that, she was just like, what do I do?
Her face is definitely red.
Can we get any surprises or Easter eggs or any secrets about book 2?
What do you want to know?
Anything you can give us to hold us over?
I'm only halfway done with it. There will be scenes of public excitement. I don't want to say that with Lily sitting there, but there will be public scenes that I'm actually really excited to write, because like when I think about it, I'm like, oh, this is so juicy. There'll be that. There's a lot of book 3 will follow a character you've met in Some Kind of Hole and one that you meet in the second book, which the title will be revealed on Monday, so it's really hard for me not to say anything. That one will be more based on my relationship with my husband. So that way, you know, when you read it, you can think about me, you know?
I think that's what scene I'm reading.
I'm hoping for a reenactment of after you went to Nashville. That's kind of what I'm hoping for.
In this
Megan,
book
are
or
you
in the
going to
third
write
book?
that into one of your
So I kind of wrote it into Some Kind of Hole a little bit, in the way that Parker
You did.
reacted when Kinley was getting her lap dance, and the way that Parker just went feral, because if you read it, he like couldn't even wait till they got out of the car. Oh, I wrote some of that, but there will be another scene in book 2, kind of the same thing, where Layla is dancing with somebody and our male main character comes up and basically claims her in front of this other guy. So that will be in there. And then book 3 is a friends to lovers. So like he's going to be super chill and she's going to be super chill, which again, it's a reflection on my relationship with my husband and how we started out. Like there will be lines in here that my husband has actually said to me or I have said to him. Like on our first date, I said to Kyle, I said, are you going to kiss me or not? So that line will be in book 3. There's a lot of things I can't say right now with little ears, but a lot of that will be in book 3. There's going to be a praise kink in there, which I'm really excited about. I'm already writing stuff down and I literally cannot finish book 2 fast enough to get to book 3 because I'm like, I just need to write it. I need to write it down. I need to get it out. I need to let my people read this.
You were like that with book 1 too.
God, yeah. Yes, I was. I'm excited. I'm having a blast writing
So,
book 2 though. Yeah. In book 2, I'm having a blast writing book 2 just because like Layla is so chaotic and unhinged and like she doesn't care. So like Everett will try to be nice to her and she snaps back with like can you stop looking at me? Like type of personality. And I'm having so much fun because it's so opposite of who I am that I just love how sassy she is with him.
Well, she's very sassy.
I love her.
yes,
That was
agreed.
Love
one of the
her.
biggest feedbacks I got. Yeah. One of the biggest feedbacks I got from Some Kind of
I don't
Hole
know.
was I love Layla. Like everybody wants the best friend like Layla. So, and if we do this
Yep.
interview again, after book 2 is released, I can tell you who the male main character was supposed to be and why everybody convinced me to change it.
Not everybody, because Taylor did not convince her to change it. It was everybody else.
I didn't convince you. I just was shocked.
Yeah, I
No,
actually
if I know
ruined
who
it.
it was supposed to be, I feel left out.
Do what?
Yeah, I'm in the dark. I don't know who it was supposed to be.
I will
Yeah.
text you guys after supposed to be Layla's male main character. So if you know who book 3 is supposed to be, then you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I accidentally ruined it for Hannah. I think me, her, and Taylor were all in a text message, and I accidentally said something about this other guy. And Hannah's like, "Is that who it's gonna be?" And I was like, "Oh crap!"
Yeah. I think I
was
blew
trusting
something.
Maegan. I was trusting Maegan. I was trusting her. I just was shocked.
It was in the
Same,
podcast,
So how many
Taylor.
same.
times are you gonna tell us that you were trusting her?
Yeah, it was.
I watched your guys'
I
podcast
opened my mouth.
I watched your guys' podcast like 5 minutes after you uploaded it.
And that's how we took it. We took
And
it
I
down
was
and had
like,
to pull that out. Yeah, we almost
I
ruined
did,
it.
I did,
I'm
I did. I
so
had to hurry
nosy.
it up.
I was like, "Thank God
I'm
I'm not
so
important
nosy.
yet."
Yeah.
I'm just nosy, and I'm always going to be the first person to watch the
Thank
things that
God.
you guys send me links to.
But we appreciate it.
Yeah.
You're talking about it. I remember it because we were in the group chat and Taylor was like, "Shoot, I gotta take this down." Okay, I remember that now. I was like, "When did
Yeah.
that happen?" I remember
Yeah.
now.
I was just shocked, but I was like, Maegan is amazing. She is an amazing writer. She knows what she's doing, so there's got to be a really good reason for this. And I'm sure she could write some fan fiction or something what it was supposed to be.
An alternate reality.
Yeah. I just so you know, I never questioned. I was shocked, but I
She
never
didn't.
questioned. I was like, she's got her reasons, and I gotta trust
Yeah.
this. She's giving me what I want, so I gotta trust her.
Okay, so one of my alpha readers now, when she found out who the male main character for book 3 is, she was like, "Please don't do that to me. I don't know how he's going to improve from who he is now." And I literally, he's an asshole in this second book, and I'm living for it. He is so unhinged, so he literally would have been perfect for Layla, but Layla needed somebody to calm her down. And this character is not, because he is literally the male version of Layla, and he just doesn't care.
I didn't know if I was allowed to say I was alpha reading book 2, but I have to say it is so good, and I am loving it.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Same. I've only read a couple of chapters, but I'm
So funny.
obsessed already.
Yeah, it's great.
It's
Like
so funny.
the ending of chapter 1 where she just sasses right back. I was like, I'm sold immediately. Like you got me right away.
Megan got all my reactions. She's like, "Is she being too bitchy?" I said, "No, it's perfect, but she's being a bitch."
Make her bitchier.
Her.
Okay, so Megan, I do have one more question for you.
Okay.
You started doing some events last year. Are you planning anything this year?
For 2026, I do not have anything planned, just because we are having the baby. And I'm so sad because there's a lot of like indie bookstore events going on at the end of April. There's a huge event down at the Largo, so I'm in Florida, at the Largo Public Library, May 2nd, and that is just pushing it way too close to me having the baby. Like, that's several hours for me. It just wasn't going to work. So I'm kind of bummed that I'm not going to. I did get offered a spot in September at the Smut Lovers event in Orlando. I sadly ended up opting out of that because it didn't seem like it fit the vibe of what I was writing. So I was like looking at the other authors, and they were all like dark romance or erotica, and while my book is spicy, my cutesy little pink cover was not going to fit in. And so I ended up opting out of that, but I do have one event scheduled for July of 27, and then if anything else pops up, comes along, I will definitely sign up for it and try to go.
So I have a question for you then, building on
Yes.
top of this. What would you say to like a virtual event? So say we want to do a book club with you one day.
Oh, I would love
Would
that.
you be open to that?
Oh yeah.
We do like a live Q&A.
So we're
So I wanted
spoiler alert, we are working on that for Iris. Just
That'll be
like
exciting.
Morgan's leading it. Thank you, Morgan.
Oh, yay.
And we're gonna do like different genres each month. And I really want to feature Maegan.
It'll be a lot of fun. I wanted to do a Q&A after
What a great
some kind of
idea.
whole release, and I didn't get the traction I thought I would, so we kind of pushed it off. And I'll probably end up doing one after book 2 releases, which will be later this summer.
Yay.
Yay. Yeah,
Well,
but we'll do one with you for sure. We have a ton of interest for Iris right now. Like all of our members want to do it, so
Yeah,
we'll put
that's
something
cool.
together with you.
Okay, yeah, I would love that.
Heck yeah. All right, well guys, we are getting a little bit past our time, and this is right around when I typically open the floor to the author and let them make any special announcements or address their readers, whatever. So the floor is yours, Maegan.
All right, we can announce a few things. So my title reveal for book 2 will be coming out Monday, April 13th. And then I guess I can officially or unofficially announce my release date, which is tentative for August 5th. So it'll be a Wednesday, and it's just what kind of fit in for my schedule with having the baby and when book 2 should actually be done. So I'd say it's tentative because if anything goes wrong, if I need extra time after I have the baby or anything, we'll have to push it back. But right now, that is a pretty solid release date.
And is there a specific reason you're wearing a blue shirt today that has anything to do with your book 2?
My husband actually picked this out, but the cover of book 2 is going to be blue. So I went between a couple colors.
Hey,
and
Hannah and I are in blue.
That's why I wore blue.
I was just wearing blue.
this book just says in my bookish era.
No.
But yeah, book 2 will be blue.
And you are.
I'm excited for my cover release. Tanya is actually working on my cover now, so we will have that soon. I'm excited to see it. I just feel like from today moving forward, like it's just going to be rapid, like promoting the book and releasing all kinds of stuff. And I'm really excited for the release of this book just because, like, I don't know, book 2 is a little bit more nerve wracking because now people have expectations, but I feel very confident and I feel like this book is probably going to hit better than Some Kind of Hole. And everybody knows, like, the first book from an author is usually their worst book. So I'm excited to get reactions for book 2, see what everybody thinks.
Lily is so cute. I can say, speaking from experience, reading both of the books, it does feel elevated in comparison to book 1. Like, book 1 you did really well with, but book 2 it feels more comfortable coming from, like, you, it seems.
Yeah.
Like, you know more now, so you're doing things a little differently.
It doesn't take me as long to write, whereas like Some Kind of Hole, I would just sit there staring at the page and I'm like, well, what now? And I think a lot of that was I didn't have an outline for Some Kind of Hole. And I do for book 2. Am I following it? No, I'm not. But I know what I want to happen. Whereas in book 1, it was just kind of all over the place. So it was like, oh, let's do this. Ooh, let's add that. Ooh, let's put this twist in. Ooh, we need another one. And in book 2, I'm very much way more structured. This is what's going to happen. Also, book 2 is supposed to be a slow burn. And I like my characters doing naughty things. So it's not.
Was it chapter 3? Chapter 2 or 3?
No, it wasn't. No, that was Some Kind of Hole.
I think it's chapter...
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really? No.
It's not chapter 2. I remember that.
I think it's 3. It must be 3.
Hannah!
I thought I was doing good. I
I'm
thought
here
it was
for-
like chapter
I'm
9 or 10.
I don't know. They're going to have to read and find out.
Yeah, they are. I'm going to have to read and find out.
Maegan likes her spice, guys, and it's okay.
I do like my spice. That's why I'm pregnant. I got pregnant
I'm
writing Some Kind of Hole.
excited.
Just saying.
I have questions for Mr. Maegan. Can we have a follow-up with Mr. Maegan?
Yeah, we ought to.
I have questions. We can keep going if you have questions. Go for it, Hannah.
No, not for Maegan. I have questions.
She said Miss.
Mr.
Oh,
Maegan.
Mr. Oh, I was laughing too loud. I missed the Mr. part.
Just text them in the group chat.
Literally.
Yeah. Do.
All right. Well, I think we're just about at time, so we'll wrap up. Is there any last little bit of stuff that you all wanted to say to Maegan or ask her before we do?
I'm so excited for book 2.
Me too.
I said I'm so excited for book 2. Can you hear me, Tanya?
Guys, I think my computer is lagging. Sorry. All right. Well, thank you all for coming on with me today. I had so much fun. And my goodness, she's so cute. Look at her little bum. And I will talk to you all later.